Sorry, the transition button took a little longer than expected, but
Hello and welcome. I never know when we're live because Tyler is the
this is what they do.
controller.
That's what they do.
That is what they do. But then when you do that, like we're actually live and you're the first thing they see doing that. So it always kind of trips me up a little bit.
I didn't go to school for this, Sean. They didn't have streaming as a degree. Do they have that? Is that like?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think they will soon?
Oh, I guarantee it. They have producers and operators for this shit now.
Surely in like technical colleges, that's like a new curriculum.
Full Sail University. They probably
Full Sail.
Yeah.
Yes. Say hello as you jump into the chat. We've got a lot of things to talk about today. It's going to be a lot of fun show. Hopefully, we're going to be talking about a new Riddler comic, with a brand new writer, a fresh face.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, jumping right to the top of the line. Paul Dano, writer, artist, combo extraordinaire. Oh, sorry, that's not true. We'll talk about that more a little later.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna do a power bomb. Tyler, I'm gonna do a power bomb on you.
Oh man, my junk's got to be in your face then.
Listen, it's okay. That's
the
a
contract
part of
you
it.
sign when you become a pro wrestler.
Exactly.
With all the fur, though, he'll be all right.
Wait, what fur? Who's got fur?
Whoa, wait. Ayo. I'll have you know, I just got a Brazilian. I am.
Oh, my mistake.
Fine. Yeah.
Wait,
is that what we're talking about?
Let's pull that. Would you ever do a Brazilian, Tyler?
I've gotten my nose waxed before, and that hurts enough. So no, I would not.
Kale?
Nose wax doesn't hurt.
I guess I'm a little baby bitch then.
Try it. Yeah.
You try it?
Sure.
All right. Would you do it for $100 and
Absolutely.
oh, done deal.
I am
Done
so
deal.
poor.
You are gonna definitely get waxed on the 300th episode of this podcast. I
don't think you can do it on the podcast. We can get a recap.
We can get audio. I want audio. You got to record
like
that.
Screaming Kelly Clarkson sort of thing.
Yeah, just record the audio, no video, and we will play the best of on this show. I need that.
You would pay Kale $100 to do that.
Yeah, without question. I wouldn't even think about it. That's brilliant. Absolutely. I just want to hear it.
If he gets it like in the shape of like Aang's arrow from the Airbender show.
Wait, but I don't want to see the damn wax.
How do you get proof?
Yeah.
If I got the audio, well, ooh, yeah.
Just send it to Marco.
Would you send us a picture, not of your actual, business, but like, would you do a design? Because I don't want to see it. Would you do a design that we can see just above?
Like if you went to the barbershop?
Yeah, just like above pubic region, like just above pubic region, just to get
it's
it
too early for this, Sean. I'm not even halfway through my coffee yet. Come on.
Coffee? You know what time it is? You're supposed to be drinking the beer. Where's the beer mug? Come on. Where's the IPA, right?
You mean the one that's still on my desk that I haven't washed yet?
Oh man, this is actually not at all what I thought we would be talking about right now, but
what's the design?
That's a good question. Would you get a Green Lantern symbol?
No, it's got to be.
No? I don't think so.
I don't think the light goes there anyway.
Kind of lame.
Something a little more. Riddler question mark.
The Riddler question mark. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Riddle me dicks. He could just say that.
That could be fun. That could be fun. You get that certain angle. You got the dot on the question mark already.
Yeah.
You would
that
allow
could be
that?
Fun.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. That's what we're doing. Hey, help us raise $100 to get Kale.
I think we got to make more than that. That's
well, yeah. We'll raise as much as we can to support Kale getting a Brazilian wax. There are plenty of ways that you can support the show. Financially, I don't have any PayPal links right now for you. Although we can get that going.
Yeah, so do I.
You can send it just right to Kale. But otherwise, there are plenty of ways that you guys can support the show. If you want to make your Mondays with the Comics Pal, or your Saturdays rather. Why do I always do that? Start your Saturdays with the Comics Pals.
Because you don't sleep, Sean. You don't know days.
I sleep. I'll have you know that I slept.
I'll have you know, motherfucker. I sleep. I'll prove it.
I slept 3.5 hours. Today,
Dude, I woke up
at a late night.
I woke up at like 7:30, and then I see the script for the show. It was posted 2 hours ago by Sean Bartley.
Yeah, I had a very late night, dude. Yeah.
That happens to me, and I wake up 5 hours before you, and it's been done for 2 hours.
Sleep stream when? Listen,
That's a thing people are into, Sean.
Thank you, CW Gordon, for joining. I would do that. Why not? Listen, other people
You let
do
people
it.
just watch you sleep?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't do anything weird in my sleep. I'm not gonna babble.
Ooh, I do.
I used to, but you do? Oh, you
Weird
told
stuff
me.
in my sleep. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You sleepwalk? Or you like sleep talk?
Yeah. I haven't walked in a while, but I definitely talk.
I drool real bad.
You drool?
Yeah.
I have that too. Yeah.
First time I slept over in my now wife's apartment, like when we were first dating, I drooled all over her pillow, and she was like, she still liked me, so like I knew that.
Yeah. Oh, I have a story.
I knew that was.
Let's hear it. Let's go.
That's a keeper.
That'll be it for another time.
Oh, if only we had a show that we can tell weird stories on, you know.
Aha. Yeah, so start your Saturdays with the Comics Pals every single Saturday right here on Twitch. Well, some of you aren't watching this on Twitch, but on Twitch.
But you should
at
be.
10 in the morning. Yeah, Eastern. Come hang out with us. Wednesdays for Pals Pulls at 6 p.m. We already know what we're going to do for Pals Pulls because it's so transparent this week. It's such a huge week. We've got Human Target coming out. We're going to be talking about that. X Deaths of Wolverine, number 5, the big finale. Can't wait for that. What's the big number 1 that's dropping? It's
Rogues.
Number 1.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. And then maybe We Have Demons. That's looking good. I read that.
Yeah.
I don't know when it came out, but might do the physical. We'll see. Little flex spot.
Did we do that on the show?
We did not. We did not do it on the show.
I think we did do We Have Demons on the show because I read it.
I think we
wouldn't.
talked about it, but we didn't. We didn't like give it the full treatment.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I don't think I had even read it when it came out. I think I read it like the next day or something like that, like a couple days later. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to us on YouTube. Wherever it is that you listen to us, there's a way to support there. But if you are not a YouTube watcher, just head on over there and hit the subscribe button. Costs you nothing to do, helps us out a lot. Like the video, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. Our next book club is Batman Black Mirror. That is Scott Snyder. That's Jock. That's Francesco Francavilla. That drops on the 5th. That drops on the 5th of April. It's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't gone back to that in a while.
We did do We Have Demons.
We did?
Yeah,
I
we
wasn't
did with
there
Amazing
then.
Spider-Man. You were.
No way.
Sean, Tyler, and Marco review Amazing Spider-Man 75. Nice House on the Lake, number 5. Swamp Thing, number 8. And We Have Demons, number 1.
That's why I don't.
All
remember
right.
it.
Yeah.
Man,
guess,
really long night, huh?
Guess we won't be doing We Have Demons. Yeah. It really was a long night. Okay, fine. Show me up then, Tyler.
I'm not going to read it twice. Jeez.
Yeah. Fair enough. But I will get it in physical. Real quick, before we jump into your listener comments, and also as you do jump into the live chat, do say hello. Tyler, you enjoying that JLA Avengers, man?
Oh, you mean the best superhero book that I picked up at the shop yesterday?
Let's see.
How
Howard the
much is it
Duck.
on eBay for?
By Chip Zdarsky and Joe Quinones. Oh yeah, I also got JLA Avengers number 1, or it's a good copy
Number
too.
1.
It's not a number 1.
Are
Yeah.
you gonna read that?
No, I'm gonna put it on eBay.
Wow.
Duh.
The scumbag is here. He's among us. I knew
Among
it.
Us?
Yeah.
Among Us? Well, Among Us-ly though, but like I will start the bids
Wow.
on the Discord. Join the No, I'm joking. I will read this. I feel like so usually every summer I like to go to like the Jersey Shore, just go on the beach and just read a book out in the sun, like a physical book. Last year I read The Authority. That was what I was reading. I feel like this would be a good sun book, but I also have a porch now, so I can read outside again. So
Nice.
one of the downsides
Nice.
of digital, not a very good thing to
Yeah.
read in the sunlight. So
No.
it's meant for basement dwellers. So
Indeed. What's up, Harris? Sounds like Sean needs an edible. No, I don't. Of course not.
CW Gordon says that book would fund Kale's full body wax. It's a worthy cause. You know what? I don't think that's a good trade. I'm not
Listen.
gonna-
So we can sell it to some loser who will sell it like a year or two from now to make $2,000.
I think this is the most it's gonna get. I don't expect this to increase in value. Maybe.
I hope not. What's up, Trap Zord? Welcome to the show. So also do join our Discord, as Tyler hinted at. Definitely come hang out with us. We're always having fun conversations over there. And the same people from our Discord are often in our Twitch chat. So you get to know people really, really easily. Speaking of the listeners, why don't we get into some listener comments, Tyler?
Oh,
Stop
yeah, that's
reading the
me.
book.
I'm sorry. I didn't know Dr. Light was in it with
God, I hope that's what he's doing.
So yeah.
He better be. I don't want to know about anything else.
Oop.
Unless
So
you wanna
listener
make
comments.
content.
Snake of Talons on the Batman Year One book club. Great book club. Love this book, and I got a lot of insight out of this from this discussion of the time period it was made, among other things. Got a question for the pals. How do you feel about The Dark Knight Rises? Because I couldn't even get through it. Ended up watching the animated movies, which I thought were good, but I wouldn't really consider it one of my favorite Batman stories based on what I got.
He means The Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, sorry. I got DCFU brain.
That's not a part of the DCFU,
Whoa.
Tyler. Get it
Sorry,
right, buddy.
sorry.
Come on. That predates it.
Sorry. All right. Dark Knight Returns. There we go.
It's fine.
I prefer Dark Knight Strikes Back.
Strikes again. Yeah, same.
Or yeah, that one.
DK3. No, 2.
Because it's no, we're not talking about what is it? What was the tagline?
The Master
The
Race.
Master Race.
Oh boy.
Dude, I contend that was real good. I thought I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh no.
Why not? Name aside, you know.
I thought the story was weird. It's just a whole bunch of Supermen, and then like
Yeah.
the art was Kubert, but like then I remember the Miller drawn backup middle page smaller comics
Yeah.
that were oof.
Those were odd.
Yeah.
They were odd. I got to go back to that. So I read The Dark Knight Returns a long time ago, and I don't feel like I really got it. Not to say that it's bad or anything like that. I actually think that I read it at the wrong time. I read it before I understood Elseworlds and stuff like that. So I was really confused by the fact that like Batman was, you know, this like real angry, tough, beat 'em up, bulky guy, and Superman, you know, I didn't get his whole deal, and it just didn't make sense to me. I think I'd probably get more out of it if I read it now. So maybe that's something I should do. I
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since I think you've read a lot of more Miller since then.
Yeah.
And Miller, I feel like, is one of those writers that is very time dependent, like where like the historical context of what's going on at the time really affects his work, and you can see that, and you can see his evolution throughout the years, or de-evolution in some ways. But yeah.
Oh my God. You guys never miss a moment. You never miss an opportunity to shit on the greats.
I'm not shitting on him. Read Dark Knight Strikes Again. It's literally like 9/11 happened, the dude went nuts.
Hey, so did I. I was 11 years old. These things happen. That's a
Yeah, but
big deal.
You weren't making a comic in the middle of it.
I was, Kale, okay? I'll
Okay.
show you
Ooh, I want to see that.
my old comics that I used to make as a child. And I'll tell you what, when I turned 11 and 9/11 happened, they got weird. So me and Frank, we got something in common.
Okay, well, now we see that the call is coming from inside the house, don't we?
What do you want me to tell you, man? I understand.
Sean,
How
check out
come you
Holy
guys
Terror. Why
always
don't you?
bully the greats? I happen to be one of them.
Dude, I'm telling you right now that in my house, I have one of the greatest Pokemon fanfic comics of all time. Okay? I wrote and drew it myself. Beat that, Frank.
Oh, that got real personal for a second.
Yeah, I can't imagine Frank
You
is.
sound like one of the characters in Tom King's
Probably
Rorschach.
Probably not. Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, thank you, Snake of Talons, for that. I think The Dark Knight Returns is. I mean, I feel like it's a certified classic in a sense that people talk about it that way.
Certified hood classic.
We need that. We need that.
I have it ready. I just don't have it ready right now. But
wow, thanks. But I do think that it's one of the more controversial certified hood classics.
Is that what we're calling? Just
Yeah,
all right, fine.
that's what it is
fine.
now. Do you guys agree with that or no?
Oh, I think it is a classic. For better
Yeah,
or
whether
worse.
you like it or not. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Well,
because
one
I
of the
think
things
it.
that
I
always-
think it. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say one of the things that always jumps out to me is the amount of detail that goes into the mutant's nipples throughout that entire
Yeah,
book is a little much. It's like Ren and Stimpy level details on nipples.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It always jumped out to me. It always poked out to me.
Nice. I love that. That's what sticks out to you. All right, moving on.
Then Rebecca on episode 281's auction game. The auction game was so much fun. Love a good game show.
Wow, what a great comment. What a really well-written, thoughtful comment. Thank you so much.
Keep going.
Go ahead. You can keep going.
Yeah, you know what? This is one of the best comments we've ever gotten. I really appreciate it. I think that it's written by a very beautiful, thoughtful person.
Keep going. A little more.
Matter of fact, if you want to slide into my DMs,
Whoa.
Whoa, wait,
What, that's too far?
No,
wait.
you put
Guys,
out
if you
whatever you
wanna-
want, as long as it's
you
your
guys-
DMs.
yeah, listen.
If you guys want to have Sean praise you as much, because he definitely does this for all of our comments, right, Sean? So make sure to
Yeah.
comment on all of our videos.
Hey, Snake of Talons slid into my DMs. We're buds.
That's what snakes do. They maybe slithered into your DMs. I think that's probably
Right.
a better term.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for
yeah.
liking my shitty game. So
It was fun.
That Catherine, I don't know if yours is on the way yet, but I just got the shipping update on the Robert shirt.
Oh my god.
It's on its way.
I can't wait for you to bust that out during one of the streams.
Oh, I can't wait to open it in front of my wife. She's gonna be furious.
She knows.
No,
No, I think I'd be surprised.
I never tell her what I bought. She says she just shakes her head, and I get a look of disappointment, and that's about all I can handle.
It's hilarious.
So we're just not getting out of your student loans. Is that it?
We got a first time chat from hopefully I'm saying this right, Madame Star. Y'all are pretty funny. Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Leave us that follow if you can. Welcome to the show. Thank you for starting your morning with us. So yeah, those are all the comments we're going to read today. Thank you guys for writing in as always. Appreciate you guys. Let's jump into the first news item. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. By the way, in our main topic, I'm asking a question that I don't even really want to talk about because I already know what this is going to be. Sometimes I choose a main topic where I'm like, all right, I'm just going to throw myself into the fire because I know how it's going to go. I get it. The main topic is, should Marvel reboot the MCU? And I can think, first of all, I already know what Tyler and Kale are going to say, but I can think of Manny. I know what Manny's going to say. I know what Matt's going to say. Like, the chat is not going to be on my side today, but I accept it. It's okay. You know why? You know why? Because I'm wearing this t-shirt today. Let me show you. You see, can you see this? Can you see this? Cyclops was right. Just like me,
Cyclope.
I'm right.
Oh, I thought it was Spanish.
Can you see it? Does it say? It says Cyclops was right, I think. So,
Yeah.
Nope,
Don't
it
go.
sure
Don't go
doesn't.
any lower. Don't go any lower. Like
I'm not going to go any low. Bro, this isn't OnlyFans. Stop it. This isn't OnlyFans.
Gonna have Sean on the Twitch.
Oh, Madam
Bimbo
Star, thanks for the subscription. Appreciate it.
home state.
Oh, wow,
Home-
thank you so
home-
much.
Or Beck's gifted a subscription and went to Madam Star. So thank you, Madam Star, for the follow.
Awesome.
There we go.
Yes,
That's
thank
how
you.
that chain
Appreciate
works.
that. You see that sweet Colossus? I love that. Does it make the noise? Can they
It
hear
does,
the
yeah.
noise?
You guys can hear it, but the stream can, yeah.
Awesome. Love that. Right. So before we get into the main topic, of course, we got to do the news. And so we're kicking things off with, speaking of writer-artist combos, multi-talented actor, writer, artist, Paul Dano is doing a Riddler year one comic book, if you can believe that. As announced by none other than Matt Reeves, the director of the Batman, we now know that Paul Dano will be, and by the way, this sort of spun out of the viral marketing website that they have, the La Rada Alada, I believe it's La on the website, where they've unveiled a whole bunch of things. It's related to the Batman.
And this is what was at the end credits of
Yep.
the Batman, and then
Yep. And they've revealed a ton of things. They're actually really, really cool. I encourage you to go check it out. But yeah, so we are getting this. It's going to show the origin of the Riddler from the movie. Like how he I won't spoil anything. We're not maybe next week we'll be in the spoilers, but next week we're not talking about this movie. But it's gonna basically show how he goes from, being a normal, well, he might not have ever been normal, but doing whatever he did in his life to being the Riddler. That's what we're going to get. And when I say that he's the writer artist, I'm completely lying. I'm saying that because of the way that they announced this comic. DC, Matt Reeves, et al., everyone involved was comfortable announcing this book without the name of the artist. What are we doing? I did it, but I did it for the laughs, okay? We should say who the artist is. It is Steven Subic, who I'm not familiar with. I haven't seen any of this person's art in the past, but it's like, come on, man. This is a perfect opportunity. I think the Batman is one of the first movies that's actually done some good for the comics. Even having a crossover comic that I think people will go check out, but you got to say the name of the artist.
Sean, would you say that the announcement of this was questionable?
I would say that the identity of the artist is a bit of a riddle.
Honestly, the announcement of it is weird too. It says Paul Dano's incredible journey with the Riddler isn't over yet. Unmask his new DC Comics comic book, Riddler Year One, this October. But like, everyone was like, wait, is he writing it? Like, it doesn't even explicitly state that Paul Dano is writing it. Matt Reeves had to then follow up with it. Yes, Paul Dano wrote it. Like,
yeah, right.
It was
you also had
bungled.
Matt Reeves announcing it, so maybe that is the issue. It's not like DC Comics' Twitter announcing it.
Yeah.
You're giving it to a director who is not really trained in how to announce these things, let alone a comic book announcement. This guy's never done it, probably never will again.
Don't
so,
you just send them the verbiage though? Don't you just like copy paste?
I mean, I would think so. It doesn't seem like they did that though.
Yeah. Listen, to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me even if this came from DC's Twitter.
Yeah.
Marvel
Yeah,
and DC.
to be fair, their
this
social media has
happens-
bungled a lot of stuff lately.
Yeah, this is
Even their announcements in
Yeah.
general, not just
Or
their
jail
social
queue.
media, like their announcements in general, constantly leave out the artist.
yeah. It's unbelievable. And again, this is a great opportunity. Like this, I wish this was coming out sooner. I believe it's coming out in October.
Yeah.
I wish it was ready now, but again, you got to say the name of the artist. This is comics. And whenever artists get in their bag on Twitter complaining about whether it's harder to be a writer or an artist, and of course we all understand that being an artist is hard. It can be frustrating if you're a writer to see that kind of dialogue, but you have to understand what artists go through in this industry. For their talents, they're underpaid. And then not only that, but like they don't even get the proper credit. It's rough.
And also, unlike a writer, they can't really juggle as many titles at a time because of the time investment, and it was cool seeing like other artists, like I think it was like Mitch Gerrits and Brian Hitch I saw in the replies to this being like, and the artist, hello, who is it?
Right. I think Mitch said something to the effect of like, I'm pretty sure that someone else drew this, right? And then I think he caught himself, and then he followed that up with, I'm not trying to be a smart ass, but because he does work for DC, but yeah, it's just it's not good. It's not good. And the funny thing is that it makes a lot more sense when someone like Daniel Warren Johnson says, I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm going to be a writer-artist combo.
Segue.
Thank you. Speaking of Daniel Warren Johnson, he's asking us all to do a Powerbomb.
Finally.
Hands up if you know what a Powerbomb is.
It's like a cocktail.
That's my first thought. Yeah, surely it's a like an Irish car bomb or something.
Kale, it's too close to St. Patrick's Day to be doing such derogatory terms to the Irish.
Wow, hold on. I'm Irish, dude. What the hell, man?
Ooh, yikes.
He lives in Britain. This tracks.
Wow, dude. That's not cool. And you know what, Kale? You know how I know you don't care about being racist towards Irish people?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm gonna put you on blast right now. I know you don't care because you didn't turn red. Anytime you say some suspect shit, you always turn red, and you did not turn red right there, dude.
He is now.
It's happening now.
That's what the shit's called. I don't know. It's not my fault.
I was at a bar last night and somebody asked for one, and they got a stern talking to.
Really?
Because I was at an
What is
Irish
it called?
pub. Yeah. There are other names for it, I think. I don't get it because it's a fucking disgusting drink, but
Yeah, it's horrible. It's fun to
Yes.
do, but it's terrible.
Yeah, okay. So a power bomb is a wrestling move, which makes a lot of sense because this is a wrestling comment. Or wrestling comic rather. Daniel Warren Johnson is making a wrestling comic with Mike Spicer. This is basically like what I've always wanted, but I didn't realize I wanted. Like WWE has comics, they're fine, right? Like they're not good.
there's no wrestling in it. It's like all
Right.
backstage shit. Yeah.
It's about the storylines of the wrestlers, which
Although
makes
there was
sense
a
for
good
WWE.
comic. It was like Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels. I think it was drawn by Dan Mora. It was their ladder match in comic form. It was
Yeah.
really fun.
That's incredible.
R.I.P. Razor Ramon. But
Yes, Scott Hall. Too sweet. But this, first of all, Beta Ray Bill was the best wrestling comic I've ever read, right? But now we're getting a legit wrestling comic. Like these dudes are wrestlers. I don't know. Do you have any interiors that you can show the people?
oh, of course I do. Yeah,
Of course you
we're on
do.
the wrong direction. All right, there we go. Yeah.
The interiors are really, really cool. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's been teasing this.
I talked
for-
to him about
for-
this
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Wow.
At New York Comic Con, because like this is like when he was like really getting into wrestling. Like I remember him getting into wrestling because he's very open on his social media. I was talking to him about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I had this idea of a pro wrestling comic that's sort of like Mortal Kombat. But
Wow.
I'm hoping to make it soon, and this is it finally."
Yeah, I love it. Harris shouted out Headlocked. Yeah, I've never read Headlocked. I've heard good things though. But yeah, I mean, look at that artwork, right? Like this is gorgeous.
So he's got the streamers in it too.
Yup.
Killer.
I love it. It does feature some intergender wrestling, which
What's your opinion on intergender wrestling?
well, thank you for asking. I am not a fan. I don't
Wow.
think I don't think it's good for business because wrestling fans cannot accept a male wrestler losing to a woman wrestler, and male wrestlers by and large can't accept it either. So what ends up happening is a wrestler stock will go down when that happens. It's also like, especially in this day and age, if a man were to get too much aggression in against the woman in a match, I just don't think it would be a very good look for the company. So it's something you have to be careful with. And because you have to be so careful with it, I think it makes it tough to put on a great show. I know Impact does it. I know they do it in other places, but I never feel good about it.
Did not know we had Jim Cornette on the show.
No, I mean that's my genuine opinion. I
can counter that with just by saying watch Young Bucks versus Candice LeRae and some unnamed wrestler that I won't mention on the show.
Wait, are we talking about
the Dick Grabber himself or
yeah.
He's found God now.
Yeah, he found God, and then I think he sue.
Yeah, then he sued all his accusers. Yeah.
Yeah. Dumbass.
But Candice LeRae takes a super kick to the face with a boot that has thumbtacks on it and gets like busted open, and she's fucking killer, man. I'm a big Candice LeRae fan. I don't have many autograph things. I do have a Candice LeRae autograph.
Nice. Nice.
I would say check that out. It's good shit. I don't think it works everywhere. I think it was really stupid, but WWE did mixed match challenge way back then. But that was fun. But the fact that this comic has like a female lead is great, honestly. Especially because I think he's watching some like Stardom stuff too. So like this guy knows his like Joshi wrestling too, which seeing that in a comic would be great. I think I have some more art on this for the other viewers. Kale, do you have any interest in this, even though this is something you don't really...
Oh, yeah. It's Daniel Warren Johnson. Absolutely.
That's all it takes?
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%.
I think it's going to be fantastic. This is exactly what I need. I think Daniel Warren Johnson could probably just do wrestling comics for the rest of his life, and I'd be happy.
He somehow manages to like draw the move at a particular moment where it's recognizable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you throw an F5, you draw an F5. There's a certain moment you got to do it for it to look like an F5, because it could look like a Death Valley Driver or something like that, you know?
Right.
It could look like a go to sleep if you're just on the shoulder thing. So like that specific choice of timing is very interesting. Like I was picking out wrestling moves in Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah,
he took out literal beats from a match that happened that year, which was insane.
Incredible. Shenron says, I know it's Shenron, but not good for business. Damn, Sean is the authority from WWE. Yes, I'm the authority of the Comics Pals. I'm super excited for this. This is gonna be really, really cool.
Yeah,
can't wait. You know what's not cool, guys?
Wrestling.
Hey, whoa.
Just kidding. I have a passing interest.
I feel like if I could strap you down to a chair and force you to watch.
Hey, just real quick. What's going on with you and me today?
Listen, nothing.
Is there something?
No,
we should talk about. Like,
you need me to go, guys? I can go.
Absolutely not.
Rebecca, should you leave the room? Like, what's going on?
Kale, you're breaking kayfabe here, Kale.
I offered you money for a bit, right? Which is putting money in your pocket. That's what you want.
Hey, listen, I'm not complaining. I just want to. It's very out of character for you. Is my point.
Hey, I'm having a good time,
Sean.
I offered
that's very out of character.
What's that?
Right, so Kale's strapped down. Go on.
Right. Okay. Kale's strapped down, and if I could force you to watch,
okay,
I would say between 3 to 5 wrestling related items, not necessarily matches per se, but 3 to 5 things within wrestling, I could turn you into someone who would enjoy wrestling on a casual basis.
I can show him one thing and it would make him enjoy wrestling.
I know the Kenny Omega. Nope.
It's when the Muppets were hosting Monday Night Raw and Beaker hands Sheamus a vial of liquid that gives him superpowers and he wins the match. Because Beaker and Sheamus are canonically cousins in the WWE universe.
Kale does not want to see that.
That might do it. That might do it.
But that is cool. What's not cool is what we're about to talk about. So Ed Piskor's got a comic called Red Room. And I think the subtitle of it is like trigger warning or something like that. So keep that in your mind.
It's Red Room trigger warnings, I think.
Yeah. They have done parody covers of a lot of classic comics. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Spider-Man, Spawn, the list goes on. Well,
our Crumb stuff too, which is an interesting thing to homage.
Right. So they chose for issue 3 to do a cover based on Maus.
I think that says our thoughts on this.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I knew about the image. I didn't expect What's happening in the background? Is that a nuclear explosion?
I saw the sound file as bruhception. Yeah. So I was contemplating actually showing the cover on this, but it's kind of fucked. So I didn't want to actually show the whole thing.
Normally I'm down for that, for the controversy, but I honestly I'm not gonna lie, I had a different opinion about this before I saw the cover. Which is why you always have to see what the controversy is about. I'm gonna explain it. People might not know what we're talking about. So they did do this cover, and obviously Maus has been in the news lately. There was a book banning in a few different places. I think the one that was talked about was in was it Utah? Was it Utah, or it was somewhere that's like, yeah, I get it.
Typical New Yorker. Utah's like not even in the South. I think this place was like in Tennessee. I want to say Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah, there you go. That sounds right. Yeah. And also, by the way, typical New Yorker coming from a New Yorker. How dare you?
I know. You know how often I have to remember where Utah is? I'm still not sure.
I mean, who is?
My brother lives there. I am.
So.
I'm not from New York, so I know where other places are. I guess.
There you go. There you go. You know that for most of my life, I wasn't quite sure where Texas was. Like a majority of my life.
That's how I feel about that.
Well, always
it's at the bottom.
Here.
Like, what do you want?
It's the big one.
Dude, I thought it was in the middle. To be fair, it's kind of in the middle of the bottom, I guess. But no.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Fine.
It's just the American education system.
Well, listen, I am a product of my environment. So as much as we're joking around, so Maus was banned in a school district in Tennessee, and that caused the conversation to resurface about book bannings, things of that nature. So Maus has been in the news, which great for Art Spiegelman, who created Maus, right? Sorry, hopefully I'm not
you got that right. Yep.
Yeah, Art Spiegelman.
Well, yeah.
Thank you.
Created the graphic novel Maus.
Yeah, sales through the roof. Awesome for him. Now, Jim Rugg, who does the variant, some of the variants, decided to go with a Maus parody. You guys can't see it. We didn't feel comfortable showing it. You can find it if you want to. Google it. You'll find it.
Marvel will send it to you.
It's not comfy. I don't like it. And normally I don't care, but this is rough, especially because of the subject matter. Like, I get parodying literally any other comic, but Maus is not Mouse doesn't feature a superhero. Mouse is based on reality.
Just superpowers.
Yeah, like it's not. I don't think this was cool.
Oh, I get that, Tyler. Well done.
Thank you.
Excellent wordplay.
Yeah.
I don't think this was cool. I think that it's weird because Ed Piskor is a very talented creator. Very, very talented. He did the not the life story, but the
Grand Design. X-Men
Grand Design.
Yeah.
Thank you. X-Men Grand Design, which was tremendous, but he seems to want to court Comicsgate and like edginess in comics.
I never got that he would. So I also have a Hip Hop Family Tree by him, which I enjoy. Yeah, It's a history of hip hop, written and drawn by a white dude, but it's still good. It's still good. But I never got like he wanted to court Comicsgate. I think this guy is just especially like I've listened to a couple episodes of Cartoonist Kayfabe, and like him and Jim Rugg are, they love comic books, and especially the shit that most people are like on. Like they're big fans of like R. Crumb. A lot of like early Image stuff is like their wheelhouse. So I think maybe that Venn diagram overlaps a bit with Comicsgate, but I don't think they've done any like outright peddling to them.
No.
They've always struck me as the kind of guys who would take the fame or whatever wherever it came. If the more attention they get, the better.
Regardless of who's paying the attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate to bandy that about too, right? Like I'm not trying to say that this is a Comicsgate decision, but it just feels alt comicsy, which doesn't have to be inherently bad, but why like what is the pop really worth it? Like, yeah, you're in the news now, but now everyone hates you. I don't see the point. I don't get it. What do you get out of this? How, like, this cover isn't worth what it brought you to me. Maybe it is to them. They are entitled to feel that way. I don't get it.
I mean, like, I follow a lot of comic book people on Twitter, not even like just like artists and writers, but like just adjacent people as well.
Yeah.
And the overall feeling I get is that like he's kind of tone deaf, Piskor, sometimes.
Yeah.
And doesn't not like this is example one. Like this is a tone deaf choice as a cover. Yes, Maus is very important as a comic, and if you're doing tribute covers, you would want to do tribute covers from important and influential covers. The cover for Maus is that, but I don't think it should be tributed, especially when the subject of your comic, A, says trigger warnings on it, and B, is a torture porn book.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the other
like
key factor.
the actual cover has two people like tortured on the front instead of the two mice that we get. Mices? Mices? Mouseketeers? Mices. Mice.
Wait. Whoa. I got shit for not knowing where Texas is. Or Utah, to be fair. But you don't get shit for saying mices?
No, because I'm funny.
Excuse me.
Damn. I mean, it
Excuse
wasn't that
me.
funny, Tyler. Like,
It's funny to me.
I
That's all
was
I'm
just
asking.
letting him
the only jokes
draw
I make
out
are
the
funny
bit,
to me.
but
Wow. All right. Anyway. No, yeah, I think and especially when you're talking about parody, like you said, honor. Or what word did you use exactly? Honor, right? That's different than parody. Like if you look at all these other covers, they're not honoring the covers that they are utilizing. They're absolutely, parodying them. And I don't think that parody and Maus go together at all. I just think that's a bridge too far. So yeah.
well, and I think especially, even somehow looking past the Holocaust angle of it, like we said, it's a book about a real event. right? So it's someone's, autobiographical content or have biographical content, I guess. So it's, someone's life. Like that's the difference between this and Spawn.
Sure.
This and the Ninja Turtles. Like it's just, and the thing that gets me is like they had to sit down and make this.
Mm-hmm. And
like,
there was also, you're probably gonna talk about the fact that like Fantagraphics decided, yeah, this is fine,
right?
And then Comics Beat was like, let's show everyone,
And there was at no point did anyone go, maybe this isn't a good idea.
Yeah, it went through multiple channels.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. So what is this link? Should I click this link? I'll click this link.
It's a Harris link. That's risky.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so basically, thank you for this, Harris. It is an update to the story that dropped last night, whereby Fantagraphics, Ed Piskor, and Jim Rugg have decided not to publish the variant cover. Jim Rugg said, "I am sorry for my latest Red Room cover. I've drawn several variant covers for Red Room, and I had fun parodying famous and iconic comics and graphic novel covers, but I realize now that the morally charged subject matter of Maus made it an inappropriate subject for the necessarily over-the-top Red Room treatment, and I apologize for my misjudgment. I did not consider how this would affect people. I never meant to hurt anyone. I'm sorry I hurt you. I was ignorant and insensitive. I take responsibility. I offer no excuses. I was wrong, and I am sorry, Mr. Spiegelman and everyone this has hurt." Okay.
Yeah, even Comics Beat was like, yeah, we shouldn't have done that, and they got rid of the image from their announcement.
Bleeding Cool wasn't allowed. Well, they didn't allow themselves to publish the cover, which is,
it was hard to
Cool
find.
Won't do it. Yeah.
I had to find it on Twitter. Ramon Villalobos, thank you for keeping that tweet up.
Yeah, he don't care.
It's great. Marco in the chat, Mr. Road Trip himself. Marco says, hard disagree on not using Maus. Art can be showcase inspired for sure.
That's not what we're talking about, though.
Yeah, I agree with that statement, but this is the Holocaust.
Yeah, like there at some point there has to be a line of parody.
You shouldn't parody.
There has to be
the Holocaust.
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep, dude. And it's like, hey, you literally can. It's not that you cannot. You can do it, but you can't be surprised by this reaction. They could have pushed forward and published this cover. They're within their rights to do it. But now you have ethered yourself. You have Nas'd yourself for no reason. No reason at all. Why do it? Why bother? This was the right move. You don't publish this cover. You don't draw this cover. I mean, you could draw it. You don't show this.
Like
this
somebody
never
draws
leaks.
their Pokemon fanfic.
Yeah, this sketchbook cover.
Yeah.
Max, like.
Yeah, right. Honoring art or being inspired by art is one thing. Yeah, parody can be inspired by it, but I think parodying certain things maybe don't do that. Yeah, I feel like it's a bridge too far. And clearly they recognized that because they pulled back. The response was swift and brutal. I feel like this was a story that it was grand opening, grand closing. Like it started and then it was just over. Frankly, as I feel it should be. But there's brighter news. There is brighter news because we are getting another Hellfire Gala. Last year, we had Marvel did a Hellfire Gala, which is basically so the X-Men have their own island now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, and they invited the rest of the world, the non-mutants of Earth, to come and chill. They invited them to what is essentially like Marvel's version of the Met Gala. There were celebrities there, none of whom I can remember right now.
Conan, Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, I remember Paul Scheer and Jason Mantzoukas, I believe, were in there as well.
Yeah.
So
Many
celebrities that middle-aged white dudes listen to on podcasts.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to respond to Manny real fast. So the artist apologized and not the writer. So it seemed like it was generally a joint statement with a specific comment from Jim, because Jim's the one that drew it. I think that's the idea.
Yeah, I don't think Piskor said anything. I think he was still in his bucket hat. He's still trying to get out of there.
Well, he probably couldn't see it through those thick shades he wears all the time.
Fair enough. Kevin Feige was also there. Yeah, great call out. And it was super cool. We actually, not me, but the rest of the pals, Pete and Phil, who were there at the time, Marco, Kale, they actually dressed up and we did a little contest. We did our own Hellfire Gala. We did the Pals Gala. It was really cool, a lot of fun. I think people enjoyed it. So we're doing the Hellfire Gala again. This time around, though, it will just be a one shot. Sorry,
we dressing up this year again? We dressing up?
Oh, you mean the Pals Gala? You mean are we doing the Pals Gala?
I mean, Tyler, you, me, and Marco probably will, but
Sean's got to do it.
I'm not doing it.
If only there's somebody in the chat who can force Sean to do it.
No one can force me to do it. There's not a power that exists in the universe that can make me do that, and not enough money. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, if you guys are into it, if the guys at home, if the listeners want it, yeah, we will absolutely do it again. I know that was really fun. I had a lot of fun judging that. But now that we do the show live, I don't even have to judge it. The listeners can be the judge.
It's true. I
can just be the host.
And that means the stakes are going to be higher too, because Pete and Marco didn't pull out, as it were.
Whoa. Well, we know. Well, yeah. All right, go ahead.
Let's just say, guys. Let's just say that I watch a lot of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Okay,
that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say for that. You know.
All right. So I've got my money cut out for me. It's good. It'll be good to have competition.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mentioned this to my wife, and she's like, "Oh, I'll help you." I'm like, "All right, good," because I'm really bad at eyeliner.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I couldn't do it.
Tyler, when she said that, was because the way you put that, it was like she's like, "Yeah, I'll help you." Was she into it?
Oh, she's been wanting to put she's put makeup on me before. She's done my nails before, you know, especially during like the lockdown stuff.
Yeah,
I went like full makeup this is when I had a really gross beard. I don't know if you guys ever saw me with my full beard. It was disgusting. So I looked very confusing. I have pictures of it. I cannot grow a beard. It is.
First of all, want to see that. Second of all, how did you feel about being done up like that?
Oh, it's fine. I don't have any issue with it. I don't like the aftercare, the cleaning of it. It's a whole ado, you know.
Oh, the eyeliner for me is the worst.
Yeah, and the second worst part is tucking. Like that itself is just
whoa.
Yeah, it's tough.
Hellfire Gala. Sean, do you want to talk about these different covers that they're going to be putting out?
I want them to do a cover of you, dude. I want you to be on one of these variants.
I mean,
so you were fully done up. You were done up top to bottom.
Just neck up. Just neck up.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoa, we tucking now? Tyler tucking Tyler. All right. So
you talking Tyler to me?
You talking Tyler to me too?
Oh man. So Russell Dauterman did the designs for all of the characters for the first round. It seems like he's doing them again. He's also doing some of the art within the 72-page one-shot. Jerry Duggan is doing the writing. Mateo Lally, CF Vila, and Chris Anka are all going to be participating from an art standpoint across 72 pages. Yeah, Chris Anka.
I said I'm out because of Jerry Duggan. I guess I'm back in for Chris Anka.
There you go. There's always a way to reel you in. This is what Marvel's good at with these X-Men books. There are 20 variant covers that will be dropping all throughout June that will feature the characters. What the biggest difference from a design standpoint this year is, I don't know if you guys remember, but all the like non-mutants went to the gala dressed in normal clothes. Like they went in their superhero getups, which looked totally goofy. This year they're jumping in on the fun. So
Sean, just so you know, I have all the covers ready.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Awesome. So show the Captain America one
I'm
First
going in the
place?
order that it was on the link you gave.
Oh,
so,
okay, perfect. Yeah. Cool.
So we have Steve.
This
a
looks
little
like
pensive
Hydra
here.
Cap.
It's like it's very Betsy Ross.
Yeah, there's like he's kind of got like a power suit on. I mean, it's good. I don't know if it feels like Steve to me though.
I like the stripes on the suit.
That's fair. Yeah.
Also, real quick, this made me laugh out loud, but I forgot to comment on it. Trapzord with a really funny comment. He said, or they said, I often watch the Comics Pals and Cartoonist Kayfabe one after another on YouTube, and it is kind of like walking out of Six Flags and going straight into the Kink Castle. You guys are Six Flags if that wasn't clear. That's hilarious, dude.
What is the King Castle?
Is that fort that they have in California where they film all the pornos?
Whoa.
It's like an actual, they bought out a fort.
Whoa, I didn't know. I don't know anything about that.
I mean, that's
Trapzord,
yes.
fill us in. Or maybe Tyler can fill us in. You clearly know about it.
I mean, I don't think you want anyone talking about the King Castle filling you in, but
Harris says no, it's not. Trapzord says yes, it is.
me and Trapzord, we're on the same wavelength here.
And then Catherine Starr says, Pals Gala, please. Sean, you have to. I don't have to, and I will not. No way, no how. But yeah, so there's so many covers. What's another really good one? Show the Tony Stark one, please.
I can go through all of them. I do have an issue with this one. So this is the Captain Marvel one.
Okay.
The art is fine. Why does it have to be the cover for Black Panther?
Ooh,
Like,
that's not a good look.
yeah, like sure. I mean, it's cool.
Why
Carol
not the
Danvers
cover
abs out.
to Captain Marvel?
Yeah, why not do a Black Panther Hellfire Gala outfit? He's part of the Avengers, you know?
So my thought there is that he's not going because of the stuff that's going on in his book that he won't.
Fair,
actually
and
go.
also Namor was listed as having a variant, so maybe he just doesn't fuck. He doesn't fuck with that dude.
Huh.
So
C.W. Gordon says the Miles Morales cover is Black Widow. Is that
yep.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
He's not going either. He's under 18.
I mean, there just seems to be
I'm
a
just-
pattern here.
Yeah, there is. It's
There's no
undeniable.
Storm. Like we get Sync later on, but it's like kind of a certain tone that the Hellfire Gala is going for. I mean, canonically, that's been the case. But I was hoping the new Hellfire maybe wouldn't, be this pale. But, besides the point.
No,
so
I,
we have,
I agree.
Captain America. Oh, at least Falcon's here. Falcap's here.
Okay, that jacket.
I like it. It's got like
I'm into
wings
that.
on it. Yeah, the collar kind of forms into the cape.
Yeah, the lapels and the shoulders.
I have thoughts about the Dumbledore-esque Phoenix behind him, but
On the glasses.
it's fine.
That reminds
make
me
a
of
look.
the Hunger Games cover to the book.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah.
I think he looks badass. There's the Tony Stark one.
I like this one.
My man, like, can you try, please?
This is like Sean at the Comics Pals Gala.
Yeah, except I
absolutely.
look way worse than this, dude. There's no like
I was trying to compliment you, Sean. Jeez.
I don't own anything that looks that cool at all. Like,
Do you
not
own
even
stuff
close.
with buttons?
Sean
Yeah, but
doesn't-
that's not by choice.
doesn't even have something that's red. So
The only thing I have with red in it is the Comics Pals t-shirt.
and it's
It's on his last
and it's
leg.
just the pals. It's not even
Yeah.
it's
The
not even
sleeves,
the
I
red
think, though.
version of the shirt.
And it's absolutely the dirtiest thing I own. I'm never wearing that shirt again. Like, that shirt is a relic.
We also had Emma Frost.
Funny,
Which
mine's immaculate.
the Emma
Well,
Frost
I
one's
mean-
good. Emma Frost.
Yeah, the fit is nice. I like the fit, but I don't think it's as good as the last one.
Yeah.
I
Fair.
don't listen. Russell Dauterman has conditioned me to expect short gloves on Emma Frost, and we didn't get that this time. We got the long things. I'm not with it. I like the exposure. I like the chest out.
You heard it here first, guys. Sean is not with it with the long things.
Not the long gloves.
Yeah.
Sean's a short king.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
What?
the road cover by Mahmoud Asrar is very good. because it's
Yeah.
like focused on her hair, which I think is very good for Rogue. Rogue's hair is kind of an iconic part of her, so kind of focusing on that, and then like her hair flows into the, I guess, fur feathery shawl she has. Oh, it works.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Sync's outfit, which is just like his it's just rainbow, like it's good. I mean, it's cool, but Scarlet Witch is great. I love this costume. Like, I would be okay with this being her costume going forward.
I could see that happening.
Is this not? This looks like her costume.
And that's kind of the thing. This is basically the redesign. It's just obviously like a little more showy, I guess. I thought it was to be honest, by and large, I thought Russell Dauterman went a lot harder last year.
Yeah,
fair.
Like
I mean, the one thing, what I like about this is that her hair kind of flows into this galactic looking kind of background, which I think is like a callback to Wiccan's redesign costume.
Sure.
Which has that same kind of design element in it. So like having that kind of through line between the two, I enjoy it. I don't know why she's on the cover of Moon Knight though.
Random, yeah.
Moon Knight. Why does Moon Knight get a variant? Like, I guess the show. So they're probably banking on that selling more.
Yeah.
And then I have to make a change here because my thingy broke.
Oh no, the thingy broke. Tyler's thingy broke. Manny says, have you seen the Poison Ivy variant covers? I haven't. If you could link that to me, I would love to see it.
Slide into his DMs.
There you go. Here's the what's her
name?
Wolverine variant. I think this one looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I do like the lower Kenny Wolverine one.
Yeah, it's growing on me more as I look at it.
Yeah.
There's a bit of I don't care with it. Like, I don't care about doing this. It's a little haphazard.
Yeah. Very punky.
Yeah. The Forge looking pretty suave on this one.
This is nice. This is the one I was like, yeah, Russell really thought about this. You could tell he wanted to do Forge.
And I like it's really focusing on the Krakoan aspect of it, because like Forge kind of he's like moving up the tier list in like important X-Men characters, which I'm kind of digging.
Yeah, loving it.
What do you have about this Akira Yoshida looking Cyclops?
Excuse me, what? See, you might be in trouble now yourself. Why did you say that? What
Dude,
about
it's a kimono.
this screen? Wow, Tyler.
That's literally a kimono, which, I mean, fine. I mean, I guess Wolverine's culture isn't the only thing they're sharing, so that works out.
Speaking of which, I saw the I think it's a cover that features Jean and Wolverine dancing, and he's got his claws out and she's taller than him.
It's Peach Momoko, isn't it?
That's a great cover.
Might be.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Oh,
I don't.
They're really, in the past like 3 weeks, they've been really pushing Jean and Logan.
Yeah, there's something going on, because there's a cover that I saw. I think it was a cover that features Scott and Emma.
Oh, Schema.
Something is happening. Yeah,
these are the right pairings. I mean, I'm cool with them. Just that is the correct.
They're not. You know what? I hope No, never mind.
Oh, we should do a ranking of X-Men couples.
Because I don't know if we should, because Sean will quit.
I won't survive that. Yeah.
Yeah. That won't go like the Batman and Robin conversation.
No, that one was fun. The couples won't be fun.
We can just put Kitty and Iceman at like F tier. We can agree on that at least.
Yeah.
Then we get to Kitty and Colossus and just get in trouble.
All right, Sean, just get it out of the way. Jen Bartel's Jean Grey cover.
Oh my God. Wow. Amazing. First of all, can we talk about the boots?
You know what? I really love those boots.
Fire boots. And just the right amount of leg. Just the right amount of leg. And I'm telling you, that skirt is too short. That skirt is too short, but not too short for me.
I have a problem with the current Jean Grey Marvel Girl costume. Like, I understand the homage to it, but it feels a little too infantile. I think I can't.
It's horribly dated. Like,
it is.
I don't understand how it's made it back.
Her Hellfire Gala suit has been redesigned though, and apparently that's going to be her new costume going forward.
Yes.
So like,
yes.
there we go. There we go.
The
And
last
then
one?
seeing the last Hellfire Gala. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, I really love the dress. It's really cool. I like the I don't even know what to call that, but that little V thing that's going on there. And the hair.
The
Boy,
belt.
the belt. Thank you. Listen, I'm having a problem.
He's a
right
little
now.
kerflumped.
The hair looks phenomenal. You said this was Jen Bartel, right?
Yeah.
Phenomenal job. Jen Bartel should always draw Gene. Absolutely.
Jen
She
Bartel, very good at hair. Like you can tell when somebody
yeah.
doesn't do hair well. Like I
Yeah.
talked about Mahmoud Asrar's drawing of hair. Jen Bartel also very good with hair.
amazing.
But yeah, those. I saved the best for last for you, Sean.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
You know,
Um,
I tried.
actually, no, you didn't. That's just the order it was in.
Maybe.
Whatever, Tyler. But so we saw that there will be some Avengers representation, which is kind of weird because they're about to throw down in Judgment Day. We've got the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Eternals all about to throw hands. I don't see how they're going to be able to party after this. But we got a trailer for Judgment Day. Did you guys catch that? Did you watch that?
I did.
No.
Yeah, it's like a little sizzle reel.
Yeah.
Except the sizzle reel is actually gonna have stuff that comes out.
Right.
DC.
I like when Marvel does that. It's pretty cool. Showcase the art a little bit, do a motion trailer with it. I thought it was cool. This cover is phenomenal. It's a Mark Brooks cover, who, when you guys know, whenever Mark Brooks does a cover or promo image, it matters. And it basically showcases the X-Men on the left with Cyclops up front. And in pretty much all the most prominent X-Men characters, you got Storm, Jean, Rogue, Wolverine. I think that's Cable there too.
Yeah, that seems like an interesting choice there.
Yeah. In the middle, you have the Avengers. The story seems to kind of be that the Avengers are trying to prevent a full-scale war between these two factions, and so they are in the middle with Cap representing them up front, Iron Man, Thor, Captain Marvel. Less representation for them. I think is that Wasp there as well. Towards the right, might not be.
No.
And then on the right, you have the Eternals, fronted by what's this guy's name again?
You got Icarus. You got Cersei over there. Kingo. It's pretty much the movie cast, and then the one guy who's not in the movie, Eros or
Zuras.
Zuras, maybe he's like the head of the Eternals, or like the Allfather.
Yeah,
essentially.
Zuras. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the freshest memory on that, Cal. So
Yeah.
The cool thing is, and I forgot to say this on the show, when we did Pals polls and we did the review for Eternals: The Heretic, Thanos' grandfather, remember, he talks about like his agenda
Uranus.
for Uranus. Thank you. He talks about his agenda for removal of the deviants because of excess deviation. My thought was, oh shoot, that's probably their justification for war here. They're probably going to see the mutants as a form of excess deviation, because now they're saying, oh yeah, mutants are deviants, and that's why they have to purge them.
But our Eternals are trying to change.
True.
Icarus, Athena, and their group, they're trying to change to make life better or whatever, because they have to figure out how to live without killing people. Which
Especially
is
Athena,
the
like, that's
plot
her
of
whole
the
thing,
current
yeah.
Eternals. So unless something happens in the meantime, I don't know.
Also, in one of the one shots that I guess you guys didn't read, but I don't remember the character's name. Salma Hayek's character and
Ajax.
Ajax, and I believe it is who's the one that's deaf?
Oh, Makari.
Speedster.
Makari.
Yeah. So Ajax and Makari, they also realize like, hey, we worship the Celestials, and the Avengers are staying in a dead Celestial. We can't have that.
Yeah.
So they're ready to kind of take on the Avengers too. So this kind of seems like Eternals versus the world in a way.
Yeah.
It's worth pointing out that in the trailer and some of the promo material, they have stated that the Eternals now see the mutants as deviants.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
forget it.
that doesn't negate what you said, I don't think necessarily, because we'll have to see how it plays out, because the mutants are obviously known entities to the Eternals. So for them to develop these feelings about them, to be willing to kill them, that suggests something maybe that we need to wait and see about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really, really, really excited for this. I know I'm being suckered in, because listen, that Eternals number 10 like really sunk me. It really did. I thought it was, I just didn't love it. I didn't love it. And I'm like, wait, that's what we're gonna get? That's what we're getting?
Did you see any of the preview pages for this? I didn't want to put it in this, but I guess I'll mention it.
They look good. If that's what
did you see what's happening in it though?
Speak on it.
Well, so I mean, these are in the preview images, so maybe not a spoiler, but
yeah,
it looks like the Eternals are targeting the 5.
Right.
So that sounds like they know that they can resurrect too.
Maybe that's the angle. Then they're trying to figure out how to resurrect without killing a human, and so they think the mutants might have a key to that.
Interesting. Oh my God! Whoa. Manny just shared the Poison Ivy #1 variant covers.
Wow. Y'all are in the Discord. Y'all gotta see that.
Yo, that last one is something.
I know that's not something we mentioned for the show, but they have G. Willow Wilson doing a Poison Ivy.
So. That's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Who was the artist on that?
It's also somebody that I know
of.
Warren Liu.
On the cover,
L-O-U-W?
But the book announcement.
Yeah, the book, the artist who's drawing the actual book. I'll find out.
Sorry.
That's okay. But yeah, I'm really excited about this event.
Marcio Takara is the artist.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think Takara is amazing.
Me too.
This is a phenomenal creative team. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that book.
Catherine said, I've never opened Discord so fast in my life. Get it, girlfriend.
Worth it. So yeah, I think this, are you guys hyped? Like, where are you at with this? No?
For Judgment Day?
I don't.
Judgment Day.
No, the Poison Ivy covers.
Oh.
Yeah, which one are we talking about now?
Wait, this isn't coming out until July? Bummer, man. I hate getting excited for things early.
You could have just ended that sentence like one word sooner.
for your sake, yeah. Also, Tyler, did you catch that they misspelled Kieran Gillen's name in the trailer?
Oh, did they? No, that's shitty.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when they show the name of the book and the creative team towards the very end, they put the E before the I. Like, come on, didn't you go to school? It's like
I before E, except after C.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. But yeah,
Catherine probably knows that saying, right? Yeah, she's a teacher.
Yeah.
Although I constantly make that mistake. So
you do?
Peace. I always get fucked up with peace for some reason.
Interesting.
My word check catches me
though. So back to Judgment Day. Yeah. This there's nothing here for me. I like the Eternals. I'm into the X-Men. Based on what I've seen from the Avengers angle in Eternals, I don't care about it. I just don't see why they don't just have a chat. Like, it just doesn't. It's and maybe we'll get it. You know, we'll get the reason. We'll get the whatever, and maybe it'll be, fine. But yeah, there's nothing here for me.
The Eternals are going to have to go heel for this to make sense, and that doesn't make sense.
I think with the fact that they are essentially programmed by a machine, you can figure that out. Restart all of them, change their prime directive. Bam, they're bad guys now. And throughout it, they can be fighting their programming, and that's how you
sympathize.
Yeah.
Okay. I think conceptually, Kieran Gillen is very, very, very competent, like very talented at coming up with concepts and ideas. I think the relaunch of Eternals from a conceptual standpoint, at least from what I read, pretty cool. The Heretic stuff, amazing. So I believe that whatever the idea is, it's worth this. And that's why I'm so excited. Otherwise, team versus team, for me, even for me, is not enough to get up for. It's got to be a great hook. And I trust that Kieran Gillen will have the hook. My worry is the actual like dialogue, and will there be a narration from from the world or whatever, the machine.
You really don't like that stuff, huh?
No.
You're like me with Spawn.
Listen, no one likes the Spawn narrations except Todd McFarlane. But yeah, we still got a long way to go, which sucks, but it'll be happening. Oh, that's a nice variant.
Yeah, there's a cute little chibi Peach Momoko variant too.
Nice.
The CBR exclusive, yeah.
I obviously can tell Cyclops. Who else is there?
Echo and Icarus. So the Echo
Icarus,
part is
yeah.
very interesting too, because Echo is the current Phoenix. So
Right.
seeing that interaction again, and then we found out Phoenix is actually might be Thor's actual mother too. So there are some storylines. Yeah. Odin fucked the Phoenix back in the Stone Age.
Okay. What's that got to
and
do with Thor?
That's his real mom. I know. Yeah, I'm a little iffy on that too. I don't think it's been fully resolved, so it could be a swerve. But like, there are little bits of story that are interconnected that have not crossed over yet. Like the Phoenix stuff that hasn't really been resolved with the X-Men. The Celestial stuff hasn't really been resolved with the Eternals. So the Avengers are kind of like this through line for which the X-Men Eternals conflict can kind of filter through. So
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all of that will remain to be seen. We'll see who gets judged in July. Can't wait to read that. But we do have one thing left to talk about, which is our main topic. Should Marvel reboot the MCU? The MCU is 14 years old now, if you can believe that, and there have been 27 movies in this franchise. Of course, a big part of that success is the accessibility. It's way easier to jump into the MCU than it is to jump into a comic right now, ever, probably, since like comics started, since Marvel comics started, since DC started. Just because of all the reboots and things that happen. Where do you start if you want to read Amazing Spider-Man #1? Which #1? Which volume, right? But we're getting to the point where the films are not terribly dissimilar from that. And so we're going to discuss, whether or not a reboot is in order. And you know what? Even maybe a hot take on my part, should it have already happened? For the Twitch crowd, we will be back in 5 minutes to discuss this hot button issue. All right, we are back. Thank you for waiting. If you are on Twitch, as a reminder, if you want to join us on Twitch for this show live, if you're having fun and you want to be a part of the conversation, you can do so by catching us live every single Saturday at 10 in the morning. We're always having a great time over this way. Make sure if you're new in the chat, by the way, hit that follow, subscribe if you'd be so inclined. We always appreciate it. So the conversation here is, should Marvel reboot the MCU? Now, I, again, recognize who I am talking to on this very podcast. I understand Tyler and Kale, not really the crowd for this one, and certain elements within our chat will also have very strong opinions about this. I do not think that they should reboot the MCU. But there are some caveats to that. But I will hold back on that for now, and I will allow you guys to say your piece.
Wait. So you do not think they should? Are you thinking that I think they should?
I think that you think they should, yes.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't at all.
Wow.
I think it's comic books. Marvel has plenty of IP to do the same thing, or at least attempt to do the same thing they did with Iron Man. if you made Iron Man popular out of nowhere, you could do the same thing for, I don't know, fucking Night Thrasher. Like,
Yo, why do you always go back to
I'd like Night
Thrasher?
Thrasher. I like
In
Night
about
Thrasher.
10 minutes, you're going to start talking about food.
There's a
about
grumble.
that time,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yep. No, but like I just think like there are plenty of characters in the Marvel universe for like they can just keep going. Do I think they should? I don't know, but I like they can do like the Moon Knight stuff they're doing. And that seems to be its own thing. The early buzz about it is that it's like literally completely separate from everything else that's happening.
I know what you're talking about. I read that. They clarified that. Its origin isn't rooted in anything that's happening right now.
Okay. Yeah. But like, yeah, they can just keep mining this. I think if they were gonna do it, the time has passed. I think the snap would have been the point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Post Avengers. I think they can. I think they can recast these characters. Honestly,
Well, wouldn't that be a reboot?
not necessarily. You know, you can just recast the character. Like, you can still have Chris Hemsworth's Thor show up with a different Captain America. People will get over it. I mean, it'll feed YouTube views for months. But like,
Yeah, we'll make an absolute fortune off of it.
yeah. We can pay for that waxing.
More than that waxing, hopefully.
Yeah, and like I think, in my opinion, I do think in terms of tone and style, it is becoming a little homogenous across the. Yeah, is homogenous across the board. I think the TV shows are maybe showing that it's not the case there. With the movies, like ever since like, I would say like Guardians, maybe things kind of started shifting in that direction. Like, I know earlier you mentioned like Matt and how he always talks about how everything sounds the same and everything's a quip here, a joke there.
Yeah.
I do think they need to stray away from that. Do you need a reboot to do that? I don't think so.
Freshen up the style.
But I think the style is getting a little too stale. But also like this is really marketed to kids. This is to sell toys. This is to sell merch, to sell you on Disney World vacations, to go on the new Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster coming to Epcot this summer. Like stuff like that. It's a means to an end. What, Sean? Did my Disney adult slip out there?
Your references are so you, and you do the same ones all the time, and I just love it.
I've talked about the roller coaster before.
No, but just the Disney
I like
aspect. You always,
Yeah, they got good food there. Oh, there it is.
Also, by the way, chat, please do weigh in on your thoughts about this. Many saying start a new universe with more quips. Whoa, not what I expected. Well, the first part is what I expected. Kale, why don't you weigh in?
I don't. I think the time has passed. I think the point where I'm at now with it is, if they haven't already done it, they're going to have to work real hard to make it work. Because like Tyler said, I think the snap was probably the perfect place to do some of that. Get a Captain America, get an Iron Man, get, whatever. But I think I think right now it doesn't feel like there's much direction. Everything feels a little aimless, and there's a hodgepodge of things happening, and maybe we'll feel more direction with Doctor Strange or whatever comes after that.
Yeah,
but nothing feels like it's leading to something. We've got that taste of a big bad in Kang, but that's it. Like, to me, that just feels like more Thanos at the moment.
I feel like we're on the cusp, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. But I don't know. Like, Maybe they should just nuke it all. I think that's a better way to go.
You sound like the American news media. You know,
Hey.
hey, let's get that war going. Never mind.
Gotta get that war started. All right. So just to clarify, when you guys say the time to reboot was the snap, do you mean in Infinity War or after they defeated Thanos in Endgame? Because I think Endgame was a point at which if you were gonna do a reboot, that was the time.
I agree. Yeah, because then you at least had a closing for your characters and actors. Like
Yeah,
I think that needed
yeah.
to happen.
Well, and also Endgame has that sort of cycle of time, time loop and time fuckery that would have, explained it well.
I believe the British term is wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Okay.
Also, when we talk
Dare
about
quote Doctor Who to me. I was there when it was written.
I thought you were gonna go the Bane route with it.
I was born.
Is there a way to get like a Bane voice mod? Like,
Yeah,
probably.
it's two hands. Born in it. Born in my
Yeah, we don't have the budget for Kit Boga level
Fair.
sound modifiers. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta
CW Gordon says maybe some kind of secret war.
Oh yeah.
You need
yeah.
Doom for that. I think maybe once we get Doom, we can maybe do something like that. But
I so my thing is this. The way the MCU is structured, where at least past War Machine, they haven't changed an actor. They haven't recast. Not that I can recall. They left Black Panther dead, or I'm sorry, wow. Chadwick Boseman died. And they have not recast.
So far.
They allege that they will not.
they're not recasting Black Panther.
They're
said
not
that much.
recasting Black Panther.
They're not recasting T'Challa. I think that's how they worded it. Yeah.
Yes, they're not recasting T'Challa.
Well, they're definitely not recasting Chadwick Boseman.
No.
Can you hit that bra again, please?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
And Iron Man is gone, Cap's gone. Think about all the stories in which just those three characters are pivotal. They're about to do the Illuminati by all accounts, and it will not feature any one of them. Based on what we know right now, that might not be true. We don't know, but that doesn't feel good. And the longer that those characters are not present, I think the worse it gets. It gets harder to do things without them. And obviously, they're going to tell their own stories. So just because Cap is not present doesn't mean you can't tell a satisfying story that would have featured him in the comics. But for me, I want to see these characters. And I don't know that that's the spirit of comics, to say that a character being gone dead is dead, or that, Cap deciding to just stay old, that sticks. For me, I don't want that. For now, it's okay. But as we go forward, I don't want that. And so that's where the reboot thing kind of I don't want it, but it makes me go, ooh, if we could get Cap and Iron Man back, now I'm thinking about it a little bit.
You want more Cap and Iron Man?
Yes, of course. I've been reading Cap and Iron Man for the last 20 years in comics. Of course I want more Cap.
Yeah, I think it's different in comics.
Maybe
at least in comics you have different runs and creative teams on the comic where you can have a different voice. There's not a different voice in the MCU.
Different directors, different styles. Thor's radically
They're using
different.
the same cookie cutter though.
No, Thor 1 and 2 are radically different than Thor 3.
Because Thor 2 was not good. They had to go somewhere different.
Yeah, and
They
Thor
only
3
change when it
is-
fucking bombs.
Thor 3 and Guardians are the house style now, so
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, the way the MCU looks like, there's three things going on right here. They are definitely shifting towards a Young Avengers sort of thing with a legacy kind of Marvel universe going on. So they're continuing the legacy of your Caps and your Iron Mans, introducing Patriot, in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, Wanda's kids showing up. and Hawkeye, you know, getting Kate Bishop. Like they're alluding to the Young Avengers coming.
Yeah.
You know, Ironheart is coming up soon anyway. We're getting an Ironheart show. So that legacy of those characters is continuing. But also, they got Fantastic Four and X-Men coming up. I don't want to say they don't need Cap and Iron Man or those characters. But, like, that's just, those properties alone are enough to just keep the MCU engine running for a long time.
But I don't want us to have to live in a world where Reed and Iron Man never meet. To me, that sucks.
I mean, maybe Robert Downey Jr. will need a paycheck at that point. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't care if it's Robert Downey Jr. or not at this point. You know, like if they want to go the Tom Cruise route, like let's do it.
But is the like what's the alternative at this point? Like, you know, they get new actors. How does that continuity play? You know, is it just okay, we just keep this going?
Yeah.
I mean, Paul's in the chat brings up, you know, the James Bond sort of idea, which they don't really mention. I'm not too well versed in James Bond, but like they don't bring that up, right? Like it's just this is guy's James Bond. They don't go, oh, you look a little different, Mr. Bond. That's never brought up. Am I right in that? I don't know.
I don't know enough about James Bond.
But then you have like Doctor Who as well. They recast Doctor Who all the time, but there is a story point that explains that.
Yeah. Yep.
I honestly don't think that the recasting element will matter to audiences in the sense that I don't think it will be confusing. I think if you say now audiences might miss the actor, like I think Robert Downey Jr. would be hard to replace. I think Chris Evans hard to replace, but I don't think that audiences will say, "Oh, wait, that's not the Cap from before. I don't understand this." I think it's fine.
It's comic books. You can come up with something like
if you have to. But like Chris Hemsworth will not play Thor for another 10 years. You know, like these actors will go away. All right, whatever, fine.
And that Hemsworth family is pumping out a lot of Hemsworths. They can just keep that going.
And they all look exactly the same.
That's true. You could just cast his brother. People will leave these roles. It hasn't really happened much, but people will leave the roles. Red Skull got recast, and that's fine, although he's radically different in presentation. But these things will continue to happen. And if the character's just iced after that, that's not cool. Unfortunately, we just lost William Hurt.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. That's an awful loss. I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to just tie his death into the story. But that is now we don't have Thunderbolt Ross, you know, and if they sorry.
I was gonna say, which is kind of important for the trajectory that they seem to be going.
It feels like he was about to be a major player.
Yeah.
I thought the Thunderbolts that was a clear path, and he's a major part of that.
I mean, we're just gonna have a lane lead the Thunderbolts now. So
do we just lose that? You know,
yeah,
like
sure.
that's.
I mean, we don't need to have Red Hulk, I guess.
It's not a necessity, but like even if you don't do Red Hulk, him as a factor into that story, I think would have been great.
But no, I agree.
Now,
I agree. I'm a
now
big
we just
Thunderbolts
don't
fan
get
too. So yeah.
Yeah. Shenron says, you guys don't think that a reboot may hurt MCU in the long run? One of the big attractions is that it's a big universe that everything matters. Yes, I completely agree. My personal opinion is that it's a bad idea. I don't think a reboot is a good idea. I think it will kill what they have. I think that anytime they reboot the MCU, they're accepting that what they're doing is no longer working and it will never work again. It will never work again.
And that's a pitfall comics kind of fell into, you know, or nothing matters. Like someone dies, they'll come back. You know, you have like Gwen Stacy, Uncle Ben, and previously Jean Grey. Like those are like the characters you would not bring back. You know, they were like awful, but everyone else can come back from the dead. Showing that matters now in the MCU is kind of one of the important parts. Not to say like I think if they did reboot, it would hurt them in the short term, sure, but long term they'd be fucking fine. You know, like this is a staple of pop culture going forward. This shit's not going away.
But I think Shenron's point is the opposite, and I agree that a reboot would irreparably damage the MCU.
I agree.
I think you can get away with resurrections. I think you can get away with because even now it's not a reboot. It's not even a soft reboot, but there definitely is a clear line between Endgame and everything after. And I think that's fine. I think if you say, okay, this chapter is closed, we're going to do different things now that will feature like upfront different characters. Cool. But as soon as you just outright reboot it, it's over. They might as well just end it.
They're not into that shit.
No, but I don't think they're rebooting it either.
We're getting a Skrull Kill Crew coming in 2045.
What's our bet, Sean? 500 bones for
a Sinister Six movie by
titled Sinister Six.
Titled Sinister Six by
2028.
Yeah, I believe that's what it was. Yeah,
I think that's happening.
I don't know. I'm not convinced.
I've heard rumors of Andrew Garfield. You know, like.
Yeah, but it's like this isn't a Spider-Man in the Sinister Six. This is a Sinister Six film.
Okay.
It cannot be Spider-Man 4 Sinister Six. It has to be Sinister Six movie, even if Spider-Man is in it.
Yeah.
Does it have to have the chameleon with the fedora? Does that need to happen too, Sean?
No, that's not.
What if they brought that back?
Polar Knights, a new commenter, thank you for joining, says, I totally get you guys, all those sexy tight bodysuits in the Marvel universe. What do you mean? I don't get that.
They're getting us those sexy tight bodysuits.
Oh yeah.
Which one do you want? I think I would do best in Captain America. We got America's ass right here.
Yeah,
you're not in America. Whoa. You can't have America's ass if you're not in America. Tyler has swamp ass, and I'm black. Sorry, Tyler. I just had to go. I was going somewhere.
You don't need to out me, but yes, I do. I can turn the ass cam on now. I have another camera set up there. Yeah. Once we hit the 2 hour mark,
July 4th. I carry America wherever I go.
Oh, you got a point there. I'd probably go with Scarlet Witch's Halloween costume from WandaVision. I think I could pull that one off.
Yeah. Nice.
Obviously, I'm locked in on Black Panther.
I think I'd say Falcon.
Well, I would have given you
oops.
Falcon.
Falcon
nah. Cap.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, Falcon.
Listen, it's too late.
Falcon.
You said Black Panther is done.
Not only did you say
all
Black
right, so I'm a
Panther,
king of a nation. I'll be a king of a nation.
No, you're a nerd in a Black Panther costume.
I saw a TikTok of a real scrawny kid in a Black Panther like Halloween costume. He takes the helmet off and it's a fucking white kid, and I fucking started dying.
That's definitely a bruh moment.
Yeah, that was pretty It's a fun sound effect. I like this one.
So here there's a thing called World Book Day, and I work at a toy store, so there's a bunch of you're telling me there's a bunch of superhero costumes, and the big ones are Black Panther, Spider-Man, and Captain America. So I see little white kids with Black Panther costumes just going through the checkout.
Is that fine though? Here's our new main topic.
Let's talk about that.
I think it's fine. I think kids should do whatever.
I think that's just is that the first step to kids doing that stereotypical Ugandan knuckle accent? Because I think that's a slippery slope.
Excuse me?
Okay.
Search Ugandan knuckles. That's a fun thing.
Yeah, look that shit up.
No,
yeah. Let's get the chat involved a little bit. So Catherine says agreed. What they're doing is still working. Manny says the MCU is producer driven. You'll never have a different feel. It's probably true.
Yeah, that's for true.
Although I don't know. I think in terms of the tone of these movies, like the quippiness and stuff, probably you're right. But I think we've seen them show different sides based on the director. Like Eternals is well, I don't like it, but it's different than other movies that they've done.
I agree with that. Yeah, direction wise, it wasn't quippy and it looked different, and especially in like the way it was shot too.
Yeah,
it was quippy. They just didn't work.
Maybe that's the point.
It had its quips. It did have its quips. Let's see. C.W. Gordon, newest Marvel legend, Morbius, dude. That I say that all the time. That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. I love that commercial because it's so stupid. I can't believe that they say that. Manny, there are only 4 bad DC films. Whoa.
Only
Whoa.
4?
No way.
Oh, man, we gotta have Manny on the show for a ranking of the DC movies. That'd be fun.
I feel like DC's put out 4 bad movies in the last 5 years. Yeah, like let's not even get into like Green Lantern and that era. You know, they've got some rough films in their backlog. And I think their track record is way worse than Marvel's. Like, there's just I don't think there's a comparison. Come on, right?
But they're almost their issue is the opposite. It's that they're not homogenized. You know, it's like, where's the middle ground in all this shit?
Yeah, there's just no direction. And I think there can be a middle ground, but I think if either one of them is going to figure it out, it'll be DC. And I say
you
that
have
because
more hope for DC to find the sweet spot.
Well, yeah, because I'm not bothered by the homogenization at Marvel, but I think that Marvel has something that's working. They're not going to deviate too far, whereas DC's still trying to figure things out. If they ever get to the point where they find something that works, it won't be homogenized. At least I don't think so. Yeah. I just don't think they can do that the way Marvel's doing it. They have to do something different.
Paul says Eternals was an experiment, I think. How adult can they make an MCU film? They had a sex Sean in it.
I think he meant to say scene, but I like sex Sean better. I think we saw a different movie, Paul.
If you put
Sean, did you send him a link?
If there's gonna be a sex Sean in a movie, Jean Grey's definitely gonna be in that film.
Unfortunately, it will be like Eternals, and it will be like 2 pieces of metal scraping against each other.
Yep.
Wait, Tyler, what's the face?
I was just picturing. I was like, wait, where you going with this one, Sean?
You're picturing me and Jean?
No, just like what that Marvel movie would look like. I was picturing Jean and Wolverine, if I'm being honest. But
Gotcha.
Whatever. Yeah, and really it was not that bad. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you did.
Honestly, I think
it wasn't for me.
I think Multiverse of Madness is going to be will tell us where this is going. If that really is a horror movie, the way Raimi's kind of been describing it, I think we might be in for a more genre focused MCU going forward.
I think that'll be a good way to really, and I think I've said this for a while, a good way to really spice it up is to really lean into the genres with, depending on the character.
Look at the TV shows. WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier, completely different. I mean, towards the end, they kind of got to the same thing. But
well, and even the first batch of films, in the first few years, you had your war movie, your sci-fi, your fantasy.
Right. They have done different genres within the MCU. We even had like a heist movie with Ant-Man. So they're open to it. And I think we'll continue to see that. I think, though, more genre, less quip.
Yes.
Would even work for me. Like, I don't need all the jokes. But yeah, I think this is a subject that I'm honestly surprised that you guys were as middling on this as you were. I really felt like there'd be, more like, reboot it, sucks, kill it. But I think while we're not going to see a reboot, because I think a reboot is just the end of the MCU, I do believe, and I think they're aware of this, that they have to do different things. I think the X-Men and the Fantastic Four on the horizon offer them an opportunity to do some different things. And just the fact that, like, we've done 27 movies. Last question before we close out. Tyler, you sort of answered this, but I'll ask it anyways. Do you guys think that the fact that the MCU has been going on for so long will inevitably create an accessibility problem that they might have to deal with?
No. If they do it right. I think the strength of it is that each film has to stand alone. And by all accounts so far, as long as you have the title character in it, your Captain America, your Iron Man, your Avengers even, there's nothing stopping you from getting a full story. If you want to watch Ant-Man, cool, that's one story, you're done. I think as long as they do truly stick to that mechanic, and they do a good enough job to establish the things that have come before, I think it can still work. And so far, it has.
I think the phase mechanic too helps them. Because even previously, you can kind of just tackle them by phase, and like they'll catch you up to speed on everything else. And I think maybe if they really rely on like Avengers as this is the event, movie, like maybe if you want to watch these, maybe figure out what's going on the other ones first. And they kind of continue to stress that if they do like a new Avengers down the line. They know what they're doing, you know what I mean? Like they have a whole bunch of fucking suits in an office somewhere, taking out same-sex kisses, talking about all this stuff. So
I also think it's still possible to follow the character that you want. And as long as that's possible, that helps. Like if you really just want to watch Spider-Man movies, it's entirely possible for you to do that. And the only thing, it won't even be confusing that Tony Stark is dead, because they do a pretty decent job of explaining like who he was, what he meant, why he's gone. And that's really all you need to know. Mm-hmm. So as long as that sticks, which I think at some point, even that could be a problem, depending on how far this goes. But for now, that's not an issue. I think if you talk to me in 10 years, I might feel differently. But for now, I don't think that's a problem.
In 10 years, Jean Grey will be back in the MCU now. You'll be fine, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Jean Grey anymore on this podcast.
We will definitely have a, the blessing.
Do you think they'll do solo X-Men movies? They got it, right?
A Wolverine for sure.
Yeah.
Wolverine's a guarantee. Outside of that, I don't see it.
I could see Magneto.
Oh man, I would love that. But like
that was a thing.
Yeah.
I could see let's say for example, go ahead.
They could do Magneto Testament by Jim Rugg.
That's it. We're done with that topic. Manny says Suicide Squad, Batman vs Superman, Wonder Woman 84, and Justice League are really the only bad films. Whoa. Let's see.
That's all the movies they've done in the past.
If you're talking about like DCFU, because if you are, then all right. I don't feel this way, but people would throw Man of Steel in there. If you're talking about past that, then you have to include like Jonah Hex, Green Lantern, Superman Returns.
Don't include Shaquille O'Neal Steel. That's pure Kino.
Yeah, of course.
Kino.
It's a cinema thing. Never mind.
Oh, all right. Well, let us know your thoughts about this topic. Should Marvel reboot the MCU? If you've got a strong opinion, share it with us. We always love to hear from the listeners. Go ahead, Kill.
If you have a weak opinion, share it with us.
Yeah.
Lukewarm. Yeah. I'm cool with
We'll take it.
We accept yes or no.
Yep. That's half my responses on this podcast.
That's you on the Discord, too.
Uh-huh. I don't have time to answer questions all day.
Write to us at thecomicspals@gmail.com. Join our Discord server. Come hang out with us over there. Twitch.tv/thecomicspals. Leave us a follow if you want to know when we go live, or I can just tell you right now, every single Saturday at 10 in the morning Eastern, and Wednesdays at 6 for Pals Pulls, which is always so much fun. YouTube.com/thecomicspals. Subscribe for free, like the video, share it with your friends. All that stuff's free to do and it helps out a lot more than it costs you. We have the Batman. I keep forgetting the name of this damn book. What is up with me this morning? We have Batman.
Black Mirror.
Thank you so much. Batman Black Mirror. If you haven't read this before, I really think that you should, especially in light of the Batman. I think that there is obviously Black Mirror. It's not even Bruce, but the fact that it's like sort of detective-y. It's Dick's first at bat as Batman. I think there's connective tissue there.
You always say "at bat" when talking about Batman. And I don't know if are you doing it on purpose?
I swear I'm not, dude.
I don't think you
I
do.
swear, I swear I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you have read it, now's the perfect time for a reread. Come join us for that one. I really, really think you guys will have fun. I'm excited to do this. But yeah, appreciate you guys joining us. We will see you next week. Or no, we won't, because we've got plugs. Kale, plug.
We almost forgot again.
Almost.
You can
Lots to
find me
manage.
on Twitter and Instagram at TotoInTow. That's TOTOINTOW. You can find my work at kaleWard.com. It's CALEWARD.com.
You can find me at the Tyler Olson on Instagram and Twitter. My Twitter has been a little chaotic lately. I post the shit that I don't post on the Comics Pals Twitter on my Twitter.
So it's sort of like a trash can.
It's the drafts folder for the Comics Pals Twitter.
Yeah. Just good, to be honest.
So, yeah.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram only at Sean Soapbox. I need motivation to play Elden Ring, man. I really want to, but I just haven't had the chance to sit down and dive in.
I got the apartment to myself tonight. Maybe I'll stream it. Who knows?
Yeah. Stream it, dude. I want to see that. I think that'll get us some views too.
Oh yeah, because everyone's definitely checking out the Elden Ring. Nobody wants to see me horribly dodge shit.
Oh, drinking game. Every time you get hit by something, you drink.
It would have to be
fun.
every time I died.
Okay, every time you die, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Every time
R.I.P.
you die.
Every
should-
time I die. But
Yeah, we should get another game night going. Catherine was
Agreed.
talking about a movie night at some point.
we can definitely do like a Jackbox sort of thing. I can get that going.
Yeah, we got to do all that.
with the listeners, watchers,
Yeah,
friends,
Yeah.
pals, whatever.
there are pals.
Yeah. That's
there
why
are
that's why
pals,
you guys
absolutely.
named it the Comics Pals, right? It's a general term. It's a non-gender specific term that everyone can feel a part of.
We're the comics, they're the pals.
Well, Tyler said I'm not funny, so I'm definitely not.
I don't. Is my laugh track
Yeah.
here? No. Is
Nope.
nope. I guess I don't have
Didn't
the
hear it.
laugh track here.
All right. On that bummer of a note, the comedic genius Tyler failed us again, so we must go. Until next week, take care, guys.
See you next week.
This is a certified hood classic.
Found it, guys. Found it. Even though you saw my fucking stream deck in the background.
Oh yeah,
Okay, it's
sure.
all right.
Sure enough.
See you guys. See you next week. Bye bye.